Hello everyone and welcome back to Metal Gear Solid, the board game, and today we're up to Stage 11, which is the Sniper Wolf boss fight before the end of what was originally Disc 1, because the original game shipped on 2 discs, and this is Snake infiltrating the final part of the Shadow Moses area, and where the finale of the game takes place. So I haven't looked ahead, but I imagine right after this we've got Vulcan Raven, then there'll probably be a sneaking level for the PAL keys, and then I imagine it's just boss fights straight through to the end, because I can't imagine they'll fit in another sneaking mission. So, Sniper Wolf, you are trying to cross the snowfield and she is waiting for you, and you have a sniper of your own specifically for just this boss fight, but in the actual game you've found one for her first encounter. And you have a sniper fight, unless, as I mentioned in the last video, you cheese her in a very hilarious fashion, because there's a giant snow dune roughly here in the battlefield in the video game, and what you can do as Snake is, first of all, you use the stinger to lock onto her so you know where she's hiding. Then you hide behind the big snow dune so she literally will never be able to see you because she won't be able to draw a bead to you. And then you just fire Nikita missiles and you steer them towards her, and you will never get touched, and it takes a while, you need like 20 missiles, but you beat her with absolute ease. And it's very funny, not in the spirit of the fight though. You're supposed to have a sniper fight, and on that note, that's how we're going to do it today. Even though there's a bit of randomization similar to the last boss fight that was not great, but I guess we can go over specifics now. So you might notice that the Sniper Wolf miniature is not on the table. That's because we have to find out where she is, and then she'll appear and then disappear again, which is a little tedious. But she's got a bunch of rules, including this tracking, which starts on 3, and there's 2 3s, 2 4s, 2 5s, and a 6. She attacks with 3 black dice, which is pretty scary, and because we're doing it true solo as Snake, she has 12 health. Now, again, much like the previous mission against the helicopter, if you choose to play with Otacon as one of the characters, one, you must use someone else, so there must be someone on the snowfield to fight Sniper Wolf. But if you have Otacon, he actually does get a sneaking mission, which is pretty interesting, and if you do his stuff, you do get a second unlock. I'm trying to stay true to how it is in the video game though. He does appear after the fight, but I prefer it as a true sniper battle, so that's how we're going to do it. But yeah, there is an optional sneaking mission you do simultaneously with Otacon if you wish. So the way it works is, she has a bunch of tokens on the field. I've already randomized them. You'll have to take my word that I did randomize them, but we're going to randomize them like every other turn, so don't worry much about that. And she's hiding behind one of them. The rest of them are 3 blank tokens plus 1 for every player on the snowfield. So in this case, because I just have Snake, it's 4, because 3 plus 1 for Snake. She's got her AI deck. That will tell her to move this aiming token that is on the field. This is her trying to get a bead on you. If you're in the same row or column as her, that will move directly towards you, usually based on the number on the threat track. If she doesn't have the same column or row as you, it will move as dictated by the AI card. There's a lot of trees on her half of the battlefield that she uses for cover. Only the sniper rifle can draw a bead through it. I think that's them trying to get around you using other weaponry, I guess. But you could also probably just walk up and have a look. But again, I don't think that's in the spirit of what you're supposed to be doing here. So, I think I covered it. That's basically what she's doing with the aiming. It has a rule for Otacon. That's not relevant because we're not going to use him. If we do hit her, it does a flat 2 damage as per the sniper card I'll show you in a second, but we also draw a top card of her AI deck and get some bonus damage. It can be anything from 0 to 3. And I think that's about it, really. At the end of a turn in which she has been revealed or damaged, she hides again, so we have to reshuffle and hide all the tokens, and that's what this rule is explaining here. And if we just pan down here towards Snake real quick, this is the boss card we have for this fight, and it is just a sniper rifle, 1 action to put down his targeter for looking for Sniper Wolf, and then you roll 2 dice and you can move it 1, like the Nikita missile. If you get damaged, or if you perform any other action than aim, you remove that marker and you have to try again, which that sounds pretty rough as well. And because we don't need any other weaponry, I've once again taken 3 rations, because we'll need them with how much damage she can potentially do. And she immediately starts in our row, so we're going to have to move. So I think that about covers everything. If I remember anything else, I'll mention it at the start of the boss fight, after this quick word from my channel sponsor. This video is sponsored by Noble Knight Games. Check out the video description below for an affiliate link that will take you through to their store, and it will help me out as well. Thanks. Let the sniper fight begin, and as I mentioned, we have to move because we are in line with her here. The sniper doesn't have ammo limitations, by the way, so if you're curious why are these ammo boxes here, it was used for the tank boss fight, that's why those are there. So we're going to immediately use Snake's sneak focus token, so we don't have to waste an action. I'm going to go there. So that means the token will now move as dictated by AI cards. And we'll use our first actual action to aim our sniper rifle. So our marker goes down adjacent to us. I don't think it even specifies in front, so we technically could have put it there, but I want it in line with at least one of the potential locations she's hiding in. And we're going to have to pass over them to see what they are. If we want to hurt her, it has to land precisely on her, and that's going to be the annoying part, because it's, you know, like the helicopter fight, it's down to RNG. So we've got a 6 and a 3, at least it's not a 6 and a 1, I suppose. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 could get us to there. And then the 3, we're not going to cover anything there. I could reduce it by 1. Actually no, I can add it. I wonder if you actually are allowed to add 1 to a 6 to make it 7. Because it says plus minus 1 to any die result. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we'll just take the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll put it there, because there's a lot of places we can move it from there. Second action, I'm aiming again. Ooh, that's a lot of big numbers. Can we use any of them to our advantage? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, we could pass over that one if I do it that way. Or I could go 5 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go 6 that way. Yeah, I'll do that. So we're going 5 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I passed over this, so we get to see. Oh, I genuinely did not know she was there. You'll have to take my word for it. I genuinely did not know. And as I say, at the end of every turn in which something happens to her, I'm going to have to shuffle these anyway. So she's not going to be there for long. That changes what I want to do now. I don't want to move the 6 at all. And we have to get it on her, so we have to move 4. So actually, we can use our -2 to turn the 6 into a 4 and go 1, 2, oh wait, that would only be, we need a 3. Oh, I can use Our Best alone to make it a 3. I presume you're allowed to use 2 dice modifications together. I don't remember any rule that says you can't, so that means we move 3. So 1, 2, 3, bang, and she is revealed. She takes 2 flat damage plus 1. She takes 3. And this goes on the bottom of the deck. Let me just check. Yes. So 3 damage of her 12. That was pretty good. Now I have 2 actions left, so how does this work? Hiding. If she's dealt damage or her figure is on the map at the end of any player turn, gather all the wolf tokens. Where are all of them? Where's the one with her actual face on it? There it is. You gather all these tokens, and then you shuffle them up. You remove her miniature from the table. She was starting at number 3. So you shuffle them and place them face down on the numbered spaces, starting 1 space higher than where she was. So I don't know which is which. And we start at 4, which is up here. So we'll just, there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you get up to 9, you just go, you roll back around to 1. So we still have 2 actions left. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't know whether or not my aim stays on the table. I haven't done any other action, so I presume it does. I don't know. It's not specific about my target or beyond. The only 2 things it says it gets removed by is if I do something else or if I get hit. So I'm going to presume it's still there. Third action. We're going to fire, or rather, we're going to aim more. A 2 and a 1. Well, we'll go 1 and 1, 2. It is not her. That's fine. We have 1 action left. I shall aim again. A 4 and a 5. How can we best use this? 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. We can't really use this much at all, can we? I'll just do the 4, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're currently aiming there, but we're not going to get any value out of the 5, so I'll just end my turn there, and then we go to Sniper Wolves. So we're moving up or down towards the nearest threat, into the number of the threat values. So she's going 1, 2, 3, and she doesn't just draw 1 AI card. She draws AI cards equal to the track. So she's drawing 3. So that was card 1, card 2. Left or right 3 with the bonus damage of 0 if we had drawn that, so that would have been a really bad one if we'd hit her. So she's going 3, which means 1, 2, 3. And because she didn't stop in line with us, she won't move towards us. And then last card, up or down 2. 1, 2. She's getting closer though, but she's not currently taking a shot at us, and we still need to look for her. Let me just double check her card to make sure I did that right regarding moving towards me, and then we'll move on to my next turn. Yep, that was correct. The only part I missed was before she does her moves and aims, etc., you increase her threat track by 1, but it still would have been a blue 3, so it still would have been 3 cards. Her next turn, she's going to be drawing 4, so she's probably going to find me, is what I'm saying. Anyway, our targeting reticule is still out there, so I'm going to aim. And we got a 2 and a 6. So how do we best use this to our advantage? It's a new round, so I can use I Work Best Alone. If I go here and I move 6, I wonder what happens if you go off the board. I don't think it specifies that. Like, do you bounce back or do you just stop? I would presume you stop, because it doesn't say if you go off the board you remove the aim reticule, but that's only a guess. So I'll use I Work Best Alone to turn that into a 1 to go whoop, and then we'll go 6, but we're actually going to go 4 because we're going to stop there, and we're passing over these 2 icons. Nope. Nope. That's rough. Fair enough. Action number 2. Aim. 3 and a 2. Let's go 1, 2. Yeah, we'll go 2. And then 1, 2, 3. Action 3. We'll aim again. A 4 and a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the off chance that's her, I'll do that, because if it is, I've landed right on her. It's a 50-50 chance. Alright, 1, 2 then. And that means we just need to get across there. I have 1 action left. She's almost certainly going to get into the same row as me. How do I avoid that? I don't think I can really, with how many cards she draws. No, I'm just gonna try and aim at her. I know where she is. I might as well try and hit her. I'm looking for a 1, 2, 3, 4. I need a 5. Well, we got a 3, but I have my +2, so I'll use that. Make it a 5, so we land right on her. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bang. And I'm just going to move these down here for afterwards. That will help me forget which is which. Down here. So we landed right on her. That's 2 damage plus 2. So we did 4 damage. And that's her up to, that's 4, 5, 6, 7 she is up to. It's pretty good. But now she's going to hide again. That's the end of my turn actually, so she's hiding immediately. So goodbye Wolf. She was on number 4, and we'll just have to just do this. And it starts at number 5. So number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way at the back there. And it is her turn, and she is drawing 4 cards now, so I'll do them all at once actually. So left or right, and it's going 4, I presume. Now that this has gone up. Towards the nearest player but has not attacked this turn. Does that mean eventually she's moving by 6? Is that right? Nope, sorry, it's only 1. I thought that was a dash. I was looking at it like, why is there no number? It's a dash, so it moves 1 there. Then it's moving 2. 1, 2. Then it's moving up or down 1. She is now in the same row as me, which means if this is a left or right, well, actually it doesn't matter what this says, but you still have to draw it, but she was moving towards me. So she has found her mark, and she takes the shot. 3 black dice, and that is 3 damage. Can I do anything about that? I cannot. Just have to take the 3 damage. That's us on 1 health remaining. She hurts. Now after she successfully hits us, our aim disappears. Does it do anything else? If players have all been attacked this turn, yeah, at most you can only attack every player once per turn, thankfully, so it doesn't let you get 1 shot, but still pretty nasty. I presume her targeter stays there? It does not say, so her targeter, I'm just going to presume it stays there, and then these go on the bottom of her deck, and now we're in danger. So, we're going to have to use a ration, obviously. That only heals us for 2 though, which is really awkward, because that means if she gets a decent hit on us, we die. So, second action is going to be a dash to here, third action, let's get back our... let's dash again to here. And fourth action will replenish our -2, because that'll help us survive her shooting at us. But once you're in this situation, I'm honestly not sure. Like, it needs to be as far away from us as possible. But that's my turn. So she goes up to, she's still on 4, so she's still drawing 4 cards. So it's going 1, 2, and she's immediately in line with me. So it's coming towards me. I presume it just goes by the 3. If it's in the same row or column as one or more players that's not been attacked this turn, move it towards the nearest player by the amount shown, I presume. So she's found us again and takes the shot. And that would kill us, so I have to use that -2 I replenished to make us only take 2 damage. And because she's attacked us and there's no one else to attack, her turn just ends right there. So that's the one saving grace. As I say, you can't get one shot, but still. So I'm not really sure what it expects you to do, really. We'll use a ration as our first action to heal 2. We'll replenish our -2. And then I will dash. And we'll aim, I guess. Because we're not getting away from that token with how much it's moving, so. 6 and a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 3, 1, 2, 3. Sure, why not? In case, on the off chance I got it right. Is she here? Nope. That's where we are. And that is my turn. So it's over to her, and it's now up to 5. Yeah, it's up to 5. Good grief. So, anyway. 5 cards. Let's go. It's moving 1. It's immediately online with us. Of course it is. And it moves. And she attacks us. Bit weird that we've got nothing to hide behind, because in the game you do. That would be 2 damage. Let's use the -2 to make it 1 damage, because then at least the ration's doing its proper work and our token disappears because we took damage, and she stops right there because she hurt us. And then, what do you do now? I guess stop me if you heard this one before. First action, use our last rations. That's the last heal we're getting. We're back to full. We replenish the -2 to try and reduce damage taken. We will dash to at least not be in line with her, and then I'll aim and we'll hope for the best. This has devolved into I don't see how you get away once you've got one person, if you only have one person on the board. A 6 and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we could do 4 to go that way, or I could do 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we'll do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We passed over this though, so we can check if it's her. It is not. And let's see, I healed, I replenished, I moved, I shot. That's her turn over. So her turn, she is still drawing 5, but she only needs to move up or down or left or right. And she did. Oh, hang on, I moved 2, right? Yeah, once it's on you, how on earth do you get away? I wonder if it resets. Like, maybe I missed something and her token is meant to reset, because otherwise, how on earth are you meant to get away? Let me check if it does say anything in the actual rulebook, because it doesn't say on her card. Nope, I can't see anything in the rulebook, and as I say, there's nothing on Wolf's card regarding, like, if you do damage to her, does her sniper reset? It feels like it should, because you're hitting her and she's moving position. I feel like that's the kind of rule that should exist, and they've forgotten. Because once you're stuck in this cycle I am, once the crosshair is on you, you can't get away. Like, okay, so this is moving. Oh, she's in line with me. Doesn't matter what this is, it's moving on to me. She's firing again. That's 2 damage. I could waste an entire turn running a mile, but what does that achieve? Really? I guess I will definitely die if I don't try that, so also that token disappears. So sure, for this turn we'll go dash, 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 and come all the way down here, and let's see if that actually gives us enough time. She's now drawing all 6 cards over. Is it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, she's cycling her whole deck now. So let's see, it's going 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, it's in line with me. 1, 1, 2. 1, and it's on me. And that would be enough to kill us, so I have to use the -2, so we only take 2 damage. Oh wait, no, we already have 2 damage. So yeah, that would kill me. Yeah, with no way to reset where she's aiming, or no rule that says you have to reset where she's aiming, once she has you, if you're only playing with one character, you can't win. It's literally impossible. Because you'll never get far enough away when she's drawing that many cards to not get into your row or column. They did not think this through. And once again, this is 2 bad boss fights in a row, unfortunately, so we're just going to skip ahead. So yeah, that was 2 bad boss fights in a row, which is exceptionally disappointing. So absolutely, if you're playing this, house rule that if you deal damage to Sniper Wolf, her aim reticule resets to where it starts. That would make it fair. That it seems obvious to me. Maybe I've just missed it somewhere here, or it's definitely, I've read her card like a dozen times. I don't think it's there, but I don't think it's here either. It doesn't specify. But treating her sniper aiming like your sniper aiming, and it says if your sniper aiming gets interrupted, you know, it goes away. I feel like resetting hers if you manage to successfully damage her is not only fair, but makes sense. Like, she's running from position to position if you hit her. That's how it works in the video game as well. So she's not aiming at you while she's running from position to position. So it makes perfect sense and would make it much fairer. She's still going to be drawing her entire deck pretty quickly. So it's still going to get you into a very easily losable situation if you're only using one character. But that does give you enough time to hopefully do the 12 damage. Like we did, what, 7? 5, 6, 7? Yeah, so she had 5 health left. A couple of good shots would have got her. But once you're in that cycle, you can't get away. And it's very easy to roll 3 pluses on d6s. So yeah, they didn't think that through. There's an omission of a rule that absolutely needs to be there for it to be at all fair. And yeah, that sucks. But anyway, we're moving on. Not doing that again. We get equipment card 18, which is actually a sniper rifle. Even though we used one in the fight, that makes perfect sense. It has 6 ammunition. You roll 3 dice for damage. And it rolls and it's loud. Sure, that's a good killing weapon, I guess. It takes 2 actions. But I guess you are rolling for 3 damage potentially. Why would you not just use the missile launcher that we got last time, which was 1 action and you get 3 damage dice as well? I guess you are getting double the ammunition. I guess that would be their excuse. I would just use the missile launcher, personally, if I wanted to go loud. So anyway, I presume it's Vulcan Raven next after Sniper Wolf dies. And there's their fight. And we get inside disc 2. Otacon has a moment where he can't act when he's crying. Yep, straight into the Vulcan Raven boss fight. Squawk, squawk indeed. Let's hope they do this one justice, because the last 2 have been awful. Thank you for watching either way, and see you in the future for Vulcan Raven. Until then, ta for now.